this is, maybe you've heard this before. It's a YouTube channel that has me, John Forster, as the official person of the speaking on the YouTube. So I talk about change and growth. I'm a motivational speaker, life coach, all that fun shit. I also like to talk about how your brain works and all this other fun stuff that involves your brain and how you see the world and how you are in charge of you. And that is the only person you are in charge of. No, you can run around and say, if my kids did this, it'd be better. If I had this, it'd be better. If I had this, it'd be better. But saying that only means that you are not realizing that you can be happy with nothing. Because if you have nothing and you are happy, you will be ecstatic and you won't want for anything. Because the problem, and problem is one of those quote things, the problem or issue with that is that happiness isn't external. There's no way that we can get happiness externally. It's not possible to find happiness in something, someone else, anywhere else but inside of you. And the only reason that it's inside of you, and it always has been, is because that's where it lives. So we have been taught through our formidable years and from our parents and from society that the more we have, the happier we will be. How many people who have a shitload of money are actually happy? How many people who have a shitload of houses are actually happy? How many people with a shitload of girlfriends are actually happy? How many people with a shitload of boyfriends are actually happy? How many people go home and sit in their living room and watch a movie and are ecstatic to be just watching a movie? No, they're mind rolling, and it's like if you fell down the stairs and didn't catch yourself, and that's what we do inside of our mind. We just continually fall down the stairs over and over and over again and get caught up in our own melodrama and our own bullshit. Because we like to spiral out of control in our head and think that everything we think is reality. And everything we think is just what we know. We are constantly thinking about things that we think we know. When in reality, we don't really know what that other person is thinking. We don't know what our parents are thinking unless we've had those conversations with them. Unless we've had the conversations of like, man, Dad, you were kind of a fucking asshole. And your dad says, yeah, well, yeah, I kind of was. But I've realized over the course of the last 25 years, or however the fuck old you are, or however old your kids are, that I did it wrong. And I'm going to try to help you. And I'm going to try to teach you how to do it right now, if you want to learn. And that's the other thing, too. You can't be in a place to learn something if you don't want to learn anything. You have to be in a place, you can't be in a place to hear me if you're not in a place to hear me. And whatever I'm saying might sound like mindless garbage, or it might be the most informative thing you've heard all week. And I'm not saying it's both. It doesn't have to be either. It can be the middle. It doesn't have to be anything. It's okay. I know that I know nothing and I know everything. I know everything that I know, but I also know a shitload of nothing. And that's okay. It's okay to admit that we are imperfect. It's okay to admit that we are flawed. It's okay to admit that we have issues. It's okay to admit that we have emotions. It's okay to admit that we are fragile. It's okay to admit those things to yourself. You're not weak. You're not some weak ass person who's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm feeling. You are a human. You are a human being. Instead of trying to do everything and be perfect for everyone and make sure that the neighbors care about what you're doing and everybody looks at you and loves you and and has this opinion of you that is so wonderful. Live for yourself. What do you want? What do you want in this situation? What are you trying to get? Instead of being like, well, I can't answer those questions at the Walmart. Who fucking cares? Then don't answer them. Be like, yeah, okay, Doris, fuck off. Yeah, okay, Pete, fuck you. I don't need to answer that shit. You've heard what you heard. And what you heard is what you heard, and you're going to make an opinion no matter what I say. And it doesn't matter. And in some people's eyes, I might be the biggest asshole in the world. In other people's minds, I might be a great help to them when their car breaks down. Who knows? But that's okay. What you are to you is more important. What you are to you and how you view yourself and how you think and how you feel is incredibly more important than how somebody else thinks of you. Because we've spent all this time living for everyone else because that's what we were taught in school and by our parents, and we're living for everybody else's definition of happiness. Well, if I had a boat, I'd be happy. Why? Be happy without the fucking boat. Be happy with yourself. Well, if I had this, I'd be happy. If I had more money, if I could pay my bills and not worry. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't. You'd still be searching for happiness somewhere else. You'd still be looking for it in other places. And you'd still be wondering why you're so miserable. And you'd still be like, I can't believe I'm unhappy. You're unhappy because of the way you see the world, not because of what is happening to you. You are unhappy because of the way you are interacting with the world. You are unhappy because you are blaming your triggers on everyone else around you instead of dealing with the things that trigger you. Instead of looking at a situation and be like, wow, this has to be perfect. And if it's not perfect, I'm going to freak out. Well, it's not ever going to be perfect. And you freaking out isn't going to make it any easier. You being a psycho is only going to get people to walk away. And people will walk away. People can walk away. People have boundaries. People are capable of saying, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep helping you. You have to help yourself. I can't do this for you anymore. You have to do it for you. And then maybe that person will realize that, or maybe that person will continue to spiral out of control. And that's the issue. And that's the real problem with all of this in our brains. Because we want to sit around late at night and think about possible outcomes and worry about what's going to happen instead of just letting it happen. And don't get me wrong, I have a hard time with this sometimes as well. I am not perfect by any means, not even close. I still have all sorts of shit. There's all sorts of shit going on, like everybody else. But I've also realized that, like, there's no point in worrying about it or getting anxious or, going out of my mind because I don't know the answers. You'll figure them out, or the situation will figure it out without you worrying about it. There's no point. There's no point to worry. There was a study, 3% of the time of the things that you worry about, do they come true? That's 1 out of 30 times. And I know I've said this before. I'm going to say it again because it's a good fact. It's a good thing. It means that no matter what you worry about, most of the time when you're worrying about something, it comes out better than you thought it was going to, because you don't get to control the universe. The universe is happening. You can look at it and be like, wow, this is happening to me. And instead of allowing it to happen to you, you try to force what you think you want. You try to keep staying with your husband. You try to keep working it out with your wife, even though she's hit you 100 times this year already. Even though she's abusive to everyone in her life. Everyone keeps giving her a pass. You are enabling these people in your life. You are enabling these people to treat people like this. And you are enabling them to treat you like this. And I get it, it's scary. I get it. It's really scary to stand up to somebody. It's really scary to say, I'm done with this. I don't want to do this shit anymore. I can't keep being there for you when you're not there for me. You don't want me here. Whatever you have to say. Well, no, I love you. I care about you. Actions speak louder than words. And the actions are that they don't really give a fuck about you. And they're just trying to make it seem that way because that's what they want in their head, is that perfect life that they think they have, even though they're ass bags to everyone. And they treat people like absolute shit. But they're really good at schmoozing people and talking to them and the life of a cocktail party. So I guess he's okay. We went to that party the other day and he was so nice. Yeah, because there's a bunch of people there. If you told him to fuck off and that he's an abusive prick in front of those people, he would lose his shit. Why are we trying to hold things together that aren't working? Answer that question for me. Or for yourself. You don't even have to answer it for me. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Like, comment, subscribe. I will talk to you tomorrow.